What's going on, all my new, current, and future rideshare drivers and passengers out there? Welcome back to the channel. Before I get started, if this is your first time here and you find the content helpful, entertaining, or otherwise, don't hesitate, don't be shy, smash that subscribe button and click the little bell icon. That way you'll get notified when I come out with new videos. If you want to sign up to become a rideshare driver and get a bonus guarantee automatically applied, use the link in the description below. If you're an Uber driver and you failed to do that when you first started driving because you didn't know about it, you didn't know anybody, so you never tried it out, you may still be in luck. Follow those instructions in the description below and potentially get one retroactively applied today. What's going on, everybody? Today I am talking about these false reports. Yes, I know I have talked about this a lot, but I just had this emailed me and another driver said that they just received this today saying that they are temporarily deactivated as this pending investigation is going on. What's going on, everybody? Now, to me, that is bogus BS. And I also made a video earlier today saying, what do drivers want? And this, I'm pretty sure, would be on the list, the top of the list probably, besides higher pay, that drivers would want. Okay, and if you agree with me, you better smash that thumbs up button, guys. Drivers should be heard before being temporarily deactivated. Okay, we should have a voice and be able to defend ourselves before we lose out on 2, 3, 4, 5 days of work while they do this magical investigation. And then it comes to find out, obviously, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say it's false. I have yet to actually heard a driver at least admit to it, that if they were intoxicated or something and then they got reported on and got deactivated. So if you have had this happen to you, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and let us know what happened to you. What did they say? Was it the same thing as this? Was it you were under the influence? Were you intoxicated? I mean, there's so many different things out there. What's going on, Charmaine? What's going on, Lisa? Did the driver have dash cam footage? No, he did not. I'm glad you said that, Lisa. I am glad you said that. That's the first thing I asked him was, hey, man, did you have any dash cam footage of anything? And he's like, no, he didn't have a dash cam. He's been saving up, you know what I mean? They're expensive out there, which they can be. I was like, well, that's your best line of defense out there, guys, is having a dash cam. A dash cam doesn't discriminate. It tells the truth. And yes, like the intuitive reader says, always have your dash cam on, guys. Always. Okay? You just don't understand that that can actually save you. I mean, we do know that Uber and Lyft may not always take your footage. Okay? They may not. But it's kind of hard for them to just, well, actually, it's not really hard. They do it anyways. They can deactivate you without seeing your footage. But that's also when you could either go to the press or, the police, depending on what the incident was that happened. And the main thing is, Uber and Lyft can still track these people. I mean, that's when you say to them, ask them the question, if I was under the influence, why did you not cancel the ride? Why did you not have me pull over and let you get out and request another driver? Why? Because it was total bogus BS and all they wanted to do was get their money back. That's all it was. 99% of the time, that's all they want is their money back. Random question. Should a Lyft driver drive with damage done to the vehicle? Technically, no. You should not be driving with any damage done to your vehicle. But I guess it also depends on the extent of damage and what it is. A dent or something, I wouldn't see, that's not really going to... As long as your car is still operational, it still passes whatever inspection and everything, technically you should be okay. But if you got lights and stuff busted out and everything, nah, you shouldn't. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. Ivik said, I've been driving for 3 years. There's no excuse for not having a dash cam. I got a dash cam within my first 2 weeks. Also ordered rubber mats and seat covers. Yep, that's all smart to have. But you need to have a dash cam, okay? And now Ralph just said it. Dash cam is a great idea. Without it, you're defenseless. That's right, guys. That is right. Mr. Terminator, 90 degrees in Florida. Yeah, screw you. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you. I totally agree that, and totally believe that we should be heard. We should have a voice at least. They should be like, hey, right out, because as soon as they report it, then they're going to know exactly who their driver was. And they should be able to tell us exactly who that rider was. I know all the times they sit there sometimes and say, oh, we can't tell you who it was or something because of privacy issues. It's like, you can't tell me who it is, but you sure have no issue deactivating me until you do this magical investigation without even asking me any questions. It's you got to ask me some questions. And if it just happened, as soon as they report this crappy false report, an agent or rep, whatever the hell, should automatically call the driver and then have the rider, should be on a three-way or something. You know what I'm saying? And be able to communicate and be like, what are you talking about? Obviously, you were just fine. You were not in fear of your life or had safety issues. You know what I'm saying? If you continued the whole ride with me, how are you going to take a 45-minute trip in my car if you think I'm under the influence? Is that really, do you really buy that? I don't buy that. All right? That's just as bad as watching all those porn videos saying there's somebody out there looking for you right now. Come on, guys. Common sense. And Uber and Lyft should have common sense on this too. Now this poor driver is screwed. All right, he just got this today. It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday night. Friday the weekend is when the best time is to Uber at all, or Lyft, whatever. But now he's screwed. And most likely he'll be screwed till Monday or Tuesday. And that means the whole weekend of making that extra money or full money. I didn't really ask him if this is his full-time or his only gig or anything, which hopefully, guys, you have side gigs out there, all right? And even though as much as I hate Lyft, you should probably have both. You should have both, okay? So that way you have backup plan. You should have other things out there. There's lots of delivery apps. There's something, okay? That's the prime reason why you say have backups to your backups. Because some BS like this could happen to you, and then you're left sitting there twiddling your thumbs like, damn, how am I going to pay that bill? You know what I'm saying? How am I going to get this money? Because no matter if you're working or not, we all know bills still got to get paid. You still got to pay them, no matter what. So I strongly believe that Uber and Lyft, they both need to do some kind of better due process. Because passengers lie all the time. All the time. New scam. Riders send their voicemail to sound like Uber and tell you to enter your number. Yep, they've been doing that for a while. I don't know how many scam videos I've made for drivers to watch out for. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it kind of sucks sometimes. If it's not the riders out there trying to scam you, then it's Uber penalizing you for a rider lying. And that's not right. No driver should have to deal with that. Even if this is your part-time thing, what if that was your plans for the weekend was to go make money? Now you're screwed and you ain't got that extra money. And it does suck. And that's why I tell drivers, be diversified. Have some backup plans. All right? And some people even say, go down, if the day it happens, if they tell you all of a sudden it pops up. Most of the time when these false reports come in like this, it's like the very next day. The very next day when all of a sudden they're like, oh, maybe I should try to get my money back. So how are they going to report you the very next day? You just took 6, 7 other trips, right? And nobody else said anything about you being intoxicated. Because you weren't. You know what I'm saying? So that whole BS, well, we can't tell you which exact person said this or anything. Then how are you supposed to have an investigation if you can't tell me if this person's lying or not? And they should be checking the rider's track record. If a rider has a track record of making these false reports, they obviously need to be deactivated. And I strongly believe any false report should come with a penalty. Obviously, you should be deactivated because you're you're a POS that shouldn't be doing that, messing with somebody else's money. And you should be fined. I strongly believe that you should be fined. All right? You should make it a strict fine too, like $200-$300. That would stop people from making up stories on drivers. All right, and that's why I tell drivers, please get a dash cam. If you have a dash cam, that tells the story. It doesn't tell your story, the rider's story. It tells the story. You know what I'm saying? Support doesn't do much, and hub closes at a time. Hubs are pretty much like a waste of time. I hate to say it, but they are. You really want to get to Uber and Lyft? Blast them on Twitter. They hate being blasted on Twitter. They will definitely respond to you if you blast them on Twitter. What's going on, Rick? Yeah, we live, man. I don't do those other things or whatever where it looks like you're live and you're not. I've only done 1 or 2 of those. The premieres. No, we always live when I'm up in here. When you see me up in here being cold, I'm here right now in the moment being cold with all of you. Dan said, just got done Ubering for the day. I know, right? It's getting darker earlier now, so a lot of people don't like the night shift and they ain't out there doing it. Remember, speaking of the night shift, that's obviously when most of these false reports happen. But this one happened to happen during the day. The guy that sent me this said he took the ride. I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday. He ain't done no rides today. And all of a sudden, before he was getting ready to go out, he had it pop up in his app saying he's temporarily deactivated. Like, temporary deactivated for some bogus BS that happened yesterday? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And that's why I tell drivers, please, you have to know that all these riders are your friends and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are just shady SOBs that will try to screw you any way they see necessary and any way they can take advantage of it. But Uber and Lyft need to realize now, with all the false reports that they've received over the years and everything else, they have to do something. They have to change something with how they handle it with drivers. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I've had false reports before, I never got a phone call on it. You know what I'm saying? Even with the whole Lyft thing, I never got a phone call from them bastards either. Nothing at all. No chance to defend myself whatsoever. And just remember, guys, you're not special. It can happen to you. So be prepared, guys. Just be prepared. But all right, if you agree with me, like I said, that something needs to change with this, drivers should be heard. Okay, we should be heard, and they should tell us exactly who it is. And passengers need to be held responsible and even fined. And the fine should go to the driver's lost wages for them not being able to drive. They should do like an average of what you've made in the last month on each weekend. And then bam, that should be their fine. And that should all go to the driver. Dustin, it's not called us. Yeah, I know, right? But that's what I strongly believe, guys. And if you agree, smash that thumbs up button. All right, guys. As always, do your thing. Get your money. Be wary of everybody out there. Be safe. Use common sense. Please, if you don't have a dash cam yet, get a dash cam in the description below. All right? Get it. Use it. Got the Get Upside Gas app down there. Help you make a little extra money while you're waiting, while you're driving. Each and every day you can wake up to making extra money. So everything you need is in the description below, guys. Always. And, yeah, guys, stay warm for those that are in the cold states. And until next time, Uber on or down. Peace out.